They'll see the sunrise, won't they, Macca? Don't you reckon, in Spain?
Why not?
That party is going to go on all night. The second time they've won the World Cup, first back in 2010. So let's take a look at some awards, shall we then? Golden Ball, goes to Rodri. Wow. Kylian Mbappe, Golden Boot. Unai Simon, Golden Glove. Young player Kubarsi.
Good. Oh,
I'm surprised they didn't go Messi for Golden Ball.
For young player.
It's Rodri who wins it. In fact, it's very difficult, isn't it? Well, obviously, you can't argue with Mbappe.
Isn't that great for the young Cube? I mean, I'm sure he's more interested in winning the World Cup and the medal and all that. But I think that is recognition for everything we've talked about, and how good and how we forget, and all as boys were saying, in all the Lamine Yamal discussion, that he's been in that Barca team since 16, 17.
Yeah.
In a really important position, and in a position where centre forwards will look to sort of be physical and mess you around. And so he's got 2 league championships and a World Cup. I mean, he's been so under the radar, but he's been incredible.
He wasn't in the squad for the European Championship?
2 years ago. So.
I don't know, actually.
It's too young.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Frank.
2 years ago.
Well, Lamine Yamal was very young too.
We don't need any curveballs.
I mean,
Golden Ball's interesting.
Yeah, but that's fine. I thought he's been brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought he was brilliant, Rodri. I think, forgive me if I'm wrong.
I think it should have gone to Messi.
I think,
Why?
did he?
I think he was the best player at the tournament.
Did he not
I think
win?
he had moments.
Did he not win the
but-
Golden Ball in 2 years ago? Well, not Golden Ball, but
Have you had
didn't he get
Infantino
play
on the
the
phone to you?
No, I haven't, but I think... I don't know. I think if you look at this tournament overall,
But
Messi's been the
man.
best player.
Nah.
Oh, he's had the best moments.
Yeah, but isn't being the best player having the best
Well,
moments?
Rodri's was consistency.
Yeah.
No, but he doesn't.
Just because you don't have moments like
doesn't
Rodri, he's
understand
a
the
different,
differences
correct, he's a different type
best
of players.
player and most valuable
Frank,
player.
Yeah.
He
That's
doesn't
his
understand
problem.
the nuances.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
What are you winking at me?
People, they pay tickets because they want to see Messi. But people who love football,
Yeah,
they want to pay
love
tickets
him.
to see Rodri.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing that people have to understand. Yes, it's nicer, it's more entertaining to see Messi. But if you want to see a proper
player.
fantastic, useful, very important player, you have to go
So
for
you're
Rodri.
the reason. One of the reasons that the Ballon d'Ors go to the type of player that they do.
Yeah.
Right.
For the most part.
My argument would be I think Spain would still be in the final without Rodri. Argentina wouldn't be in the
So
final.
do you think their defensive record is down solely to the back four?
Not at all, but I think we've talked about the depth and the quality they have within that team, that I think Rodri, someone can come in.
I think Messi had an amazing World Cup for a 39-year-old.
Yeah.
But it was generally late in games when teams were tired and he had nothing. He was out. It was probably his last World Cup. And he knew it. And so he just found something. That Rodri's... The quality of his play all through the tournament was of the highest.
He's a key.
of the highest.
He was a key of the team.
I feel we could be sitting here all night. You're not going to convince me.
I think it's interesting.
He was. I'm sure he got player of the tournament in the Euros.
2024 he did.
Yeah,
Yes.
2 years
he
ago
did.
as well. So there's something about him. He's had a
Which is
terrible.
I tell you,
he's a
it's like we
you have
saw
to
him
get to
come
your
back
final.
we saw him come back from the injury.
Yeah.
And we thought
He wasn't that.
He's
no.
not the
He's
same
not the
player,
same
you know.
player, but he was here.
It's weird. It's
And
tell
when
you-
push comes to shove against France, I thought he was magnificent. And he didn't put a foot wrong today. Yes, you can't think about things that he did, like, oh, that pass to him, or that shot here, or this or that. But it's like a metronome in there. He just gives it and goes and moves forward and moves.
There's an argument to say Jude. I mean, he's
brilliant.
Do you know what was the nickname of the people in this position like 20 years ago? Water carrier.
The water carrier, yeah.
That was the guy.
That was
Deschamps was called a water carrier. So people would get the ball back and give it to the stars. That was so pejorative, you say?
No. Patronising?
Patronising.
No, pejorative. Pejorative, thank you. Because they're so important in the game. And I'm so pleased that we finally recognize the work of those players. We played with fantastic players, like, and we saw that. We saw at the time Guardiola was a kind of a player like that, even if he got... Not,
well, you had Makelele, surely.
Well, he was the best. He was the most important player in our team. We had Zidane, we had Figo.
When you got rid of him.
N'Golo Kante.
Yes.
Most important
that was
player.
insane. You see Neves and you see Vitinha this season with Paris Saint-Germain. Those players finally have recognition to the world. Of course, they're not entertaining like Messi or somebody else, but it's so crucial in the game.
I think if they got to the final, not rubbing it in, but I think if they got to the final, you could have chucked Jude Bellingham in that mix.
Yeah, but they didn't, so there's no point.
No, but it doesn't mean he didn't have an absolutely amazing tournament. It's not his fault that England.
No, but you can't put an argument up. He should get the golden ball.
No, I'm just saying. You could argue.
You brought it up.
No, you could argue he was. You're arguing about Messi. You could argue Bellingham, even though he didn't get to the final.
Yeah, but Messi did get to the final.
Yeah, but you're very insular in the way you.
I don't know why we've suddenly
You're very insular in the way you're analysing it. I'm just.
What about Mbappe?
Hold on, we give Jude Bellingham enough stick when he's not playing well for Real Madrid.
Yeah,
and when somebody pitches up and has that type of tournament for the country, I think you should recognise it.
I think we have recognised it.
Well, you're just rubbishing it.
I'm not rubbishing it. I'm just saying he's not in the conversation for a golden ball, is he? Because otherwise you've got to talk about Mbappe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm all right with that.
What you would say is that I think me, Craig, and Frank, who've all played football, we all agree with that decision.
Yeah.
You know, he should get it, Rodri over Messi.
Apart from one guy.
He doesn't count.
No,
he doesn't
you
count.
didn't see me first. Michael's under 11s.
He didn't mention him when he was talking about.
You've put me off. Where are we going now? We've done goal.
Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham.
Messi finished second. Jude Bellingham finished third. What's wrong with that?
No, but Kylian Mbappe was crucial.
No, I meant he's won the golden boot.
Yeah, but that's very individual. I don't like that. I don't care. I mean, he played the last game because he wanted to be golden boot. Good for him. But that's personal. That's individual. It doesn't give anything to the football for me. Again, we joke about the collective sport.
Do you think that's why Deschamps played him in the last game?
Yeah, of course.
Definitely. Definitely.
And wouldn't have given Mateta or somebody else a runner?
Yeah, of course. And people are pretty upset in France. We say, why didn't put the beach in? Even for Mbappe, we don't care about the golden boot.
He played for Real Madrid in the the Copa del Rey against a third-tier team this year. Because he was chasing some sort of record, and he was carrying a knee injury, which ultimately put him out for 3 or 4 weeks. And it's almost like it's hard to criticise a guy who's scoring that amount of goals.
That's a problem with him.
But I think sometimes a coach has to just be stronger, and like De La Fuentes was with the Pedri decision.
Well,
that's a big decision.
Look, Tuchel didn't put Kane to score more goals, maybe against France, and they scored 4 goals, 6 goals. They could have scored 3. Saka scored 3, and he would have ended up finishing best golden boot. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I'm happy for Kylian, but that's very personal, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I'm the same as Frank. Yeah. I'm not really bothered about the golden boot. Yeah. When it happens in those type of circumstances, when you've got like a third, fourth place playoff, I'm not bothered. It's great for Kylian, his personal pride.
On top of it, 48 teams, more games, 8 games. You know, when Pelé was scoring goals, they had like maybe 4 games or 5 games. Closer when he became, it was like 6 games maybe, I don't know. And that's what it is. So we're comparing players with generation and say, oh, he has the best record, because of course they play 8 games now.
Yeah. So, against inferior opposition as well.
Exactly, I didn't want to mention that.
And if you go to 64 teams, I mean, Kylian's going to get about 50 goals over the next 2 years.
So it doesn't mean anything.
So it doesn't mean anything,
Party continues in Madrid. These are the scenes that we're seeing filter in. What a fiesta. It will be in the Spanish capital.
Wow, where is that? Is that what you celebrated?
No,
it's not Cibeles. That's at the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, lads, you lived there.